Welcome back, everybody. IGN Live from Gamescom 2016. I'm Damon Hatfield. I'm here with Alistair Hope, who's creative director on Halo Wars 2. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks.
Halo Wars 2 was announced at Gamescom last year. The long-awaited follow-up, of course, to the original Halo Wars. Real-time strategy game set in the Halo universe, coming to PC, but also, of course, coming to Xbox One. Unique, as it is an RTS game on consoles. It's a genre that is still criminally underrepresented on consoles, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Halo Wars is a really beloved game.
Yeah.
It was a really fantastic game, and I think it's been it's been one of the #1 requests from fans.
Sure.
For Halo Wars to come back, and I think it's now's the right time. It's coming back on Xbox One and Windows 10.
Right.
So it's coming to a new audience. And I think with Creative Assembly developing it, I think there's a really nice. We're bringing a lot of experience from our strategy game background to this new game.
We're seeing here some new multiplayer footage, is that right?
Yeah, so this is some footage from one of our multiplayer maps. I think we're super excited to be here with Gamescom and bringing some of our new map called Rift to the show floor. It's the first look of that map. That's really exciting for us. I think as game developers, seeing people actually playing your game, going hands-on is a really awesome moment.
Yeah, you must also get really useful feedback. You had an open beta earlier at E3, I think that was announced. And what did you learn from that?
Yeah, so like I said, having people play your game is awesome as developers, and getting that early feedback, that really fantastic response. We had the open beta at E3, and I think that it's a really great way of enabling us kind of all together to make it tune the game, enhance the game. Some of the things that we learned were to do with controls, making it feel even more intuitive, a little bit on the balancing side of units, and interface, ways to improve the interface. So it's a kind of across the board, really nice tweaks and things we can tune to make an even better experience.
I think you've announced there's going to be another beta coming early next year, is that right?
That's correct. So the next beta will be on Windows 10, and so this time that's the first one at E3 was on Xbox One, and so it's a great opportunity for PC players to get their hands on Halo Wars 2.
And I think here we're seeing some single-player content, is that right?
Right. Yeah. So story is a massive part of any Halo experience, and so. We have this really fantastic narrative-driven campaign, and here's some footage of that in action. I think one of the exciting things for us at Creative Assembly was helping tell a new chapter in the Halo story. We're picking up where the original Halo Wars left off. It's 28 years after the events of the first game. We're picking up the story with Captain Cutter and the Spirit of Fire, and they're up against this fantastic new enemy in the Banished, with this incredible leader called Atriox, who really is, I think combined they do create the most formidable opponent the UNSC have faced yet.
Yeah, the original Halo Wars was a very good-looking game. It's been 6 or 7 years since that game was released, and man, the level of detail that we're seeing in these new environments is astonishing.
Yeah, so the level of fidelity, the level of detail and counter attention we can put into it, into the new Halo Wars 2 game, it really is elevated by the platforms. With Xbox One and Win 10. We really can really bring home that Halo battlefield. Halo Wars 2 features some of the biggest Halo battlefields yet, I think Halo is such a fantastic fit for strategy games. Strangely, the original Halo was started out as a real-time strategy game before it turned to first-person shooter. So I think it's such a rich, deep universe. It's great as developers of an RTS to get our hands on it.
Yeah, it would seem like anything that portrays large-scale battles would probably work pretty well as an RTS.
Right? Yeah, and I think it's also it's actually the depth of the content. You know, it's the breadth and depth of content that, of the military hardware, the vehicles,
yeah.
and the characters, the fantastic heroes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of heroes and who they need to go up against, you briefly mentioned the Banished. What more can you tell us about this new alien faction?
So the Banished are a new faction which broke the bonds of being kind of not enslaved, but under the control of the Covenant. They've broken away and led by Atriox. They are on the Ark, the environment in the world in which Halo Wars 2 takes place. As to what they're doing there is part of the mystery for the player to unfold. But they are extremely brutal and bloodthirsty, and like I said, they are the most formidable opponents that UNSC have had to face yet.
I think we're seeing more multiplayer footage here.
Yeah, so this is Rift. This is the map that we're showing for the first time here at Gamescom. It's a fantastic multiplayer map. It's really open. There's a lot of space for the player to really explore different creative strategies. It has this cool nighttime feel, which is a new look for us and for the maps we've shown so far. It really makes the effects pop out. Has a really nice tone to it. It's like I said, it's really fantastic watching people playing this for the first time and seeing their response to it.
The original Halo Wars worked really well with an Xbox 360 controller because it was made with that in mind. But have you made any advancements or refinements to how it's going to play with an Xbox One controller?
Like you said, original Halo Wars was a fantastic experience on a controller. We're building upon that and enhancing it. We want to make something that feels really intuitive on both Xbox One and Windows 10. So whether you're a controller player or a mouse, you're using mouse and keyboard, you're going to feel really at home, and it's going to feel very, very natural.
Do you have any update on mouse and keyboard support for Xbox One for that version?
Right now we're kind of focusing on our controller input.
I think recently Phil Spencer said it was months away. Months meaning he wanted to specify it's not years away. So actually, in the not too distant future, we should be able to play with mouse and keyboard.
So yeah, I think our aim for Halo Wars 2 is whatever platform you're playing on. Yeah, you're gonna feel really at home.
That's good to hear. What about this new? There's a new smart AI in the campaign. Isabelle, is that her name?
That's correct.
What can you tell us about her?
Well, she's intrinsic to the story. We meet her early on, and she's this fantastic new character, which strange. I don't really want to give too much away because I think the player's journey and her journey are kind of intertwined. She's very much in stays very true in spirit to the characters in a Halo universe.
Well, I'm primarily a console gamer, but I really like RTS games, so I'm excited there's a new one coming out because there really isn't that much. I was thinking about, man, what were the last RTS games, and I couldn't really think of any since 2010. Certainly not any like big AAA console RTS games that have come out in any of the last recent years. You mentioned that it felt like the time was right to revisit this franchise, bring this back. Why do you think that is?
Well, interestingly, Creative Assembly and the team behind this have been making strategy games for over 20 years now. We've been really interested in creating a strategy game on a console, and I think this was the perfect opportunity for us. Like I said, we're massive fans of Halo and of the sci-fi universe, and it felt with these platforms, this IP, our love of strategy games coming together now is the perfect time.
Yeah. What was your first introduction to the RTS genre? For me, I think in late high school, we were playing Warcraft 2, and then we got into Command and Conquer and Red Alert.
Yeah, I was almost identical.
Yeah.
A lot of early Warcraft, a lot of CNC LAN, a lot of LAN parties, logging PCs around to friends' homes, which of course no one has to do anymore.
I know,
which
it's
is
really
fantastic.
Nice. Yeah.
But there's some really fantastic classic games out there, which I guess we're still building upon.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm super stoked that Halo Wars is even getting a sequel, and that we're getting another big RTS for consoles. The release date is February 21st.
That's correct,
next
2017.
year. But like we were saying, there also will be another open beta early next year on PC.
Yes, correct.
Alistair, thank you so much for coming by the
Thanks
show.
very much.
Stay tuned, more to come from IGN Live at Gamescom 2016 after this.